welcome to our kitchen. I'm the Penguin.
And I'm the chef.
And Penguin hasn't done a video for a little bit, so I'm going to do one today. The chef has been doing a low-carb diet for probably about a week and a half. And I just recently joined on that wagon. And today I'm having a major sweet tooth craving. So we're going to make what is considered keto. We're not doing a keto diet. We're just doing low carb. These cookies are considered keto. But how? I have no idea. Anyway, I got this recipe from Ketoserts. And they focus on all keto desserts. This one is called strawberry cream cheese cookie. It's got so many good things in it, I don't see how it could be bad. It's got fresh strawberries, cream cheese, sugar-free chocolate chips, and all that other goodness in it. So I say let's get started. The sooner we get started, the better it's going to be. Oh, and the chef wanted to show you something.
The other day I bought that piece of salmon. I've never smoked a salmon before, so today I took it out and put it on my grill. I put brown sugar substitute and pink Himalayan salt and lemon juice, and I put some kind of hot on it. I put some Saison Tropical, and I smoked it out there for a couple hours. It turned out really good. Never did it before, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't eat salmon. I'm not a fish eater, so I can't honestly tell you, but it looks good. It smelled good. It didn't smell fishy, so the chef really likes it, so that's what matters the most, and it's healthy. Heart healthy. Okay, so what you're going to need for this recipe is 1.5 cups of blanched almond flour. You're going to need 1/3 cup of coconut flour. You're also going to need 1/3 cup of granulated erythritol, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of fresh strawberries diced, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of granulated erythritol, 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, 1/3 cup of butter softened, preferably salted butter, 1 large egg at room temperature, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips. You can use milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or vanilla chips, whatever kind you prefer. We're going to preheat the oven to 330 degrees when it's time. But right now we're going to cut up the strawberries. We're going to make the dough, and the dough needs to chill for about 30 minutes before we bake it. So let's get to making some dough. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up my dry ingredients, get that done and out of the way. So we need 1.5 cups of almond flour, blanched almond flour. We always buy ours at Walmart. You can get yours wherever you want. Try to get the fine almond flour if you can. There's 1 cup. And 1/2 cup. It's all the things we love combined into one cookie, so I figure it should be pretty good. Anyway, we buy the Nature's Eats, if you can see that. The Nature's Eats blanched almond flour at Walmart, if I can talk right. Okay, and we're going to need 1/3 cup of coconut flour. Coconut flour has a better moisture absorbing content to it. Not to mention it smells really good. So we've got 1/3 cup of coconut flour going in. I love the smell of coconut flour. It smells so good. All right. And we need 1/3 cup of powder or granulated erythritol. And again, we use the Swerve granular. And you can also get this at Walmart. We get all of our sugars and our almond flour and everything like that at Walmart. So I don't think we're not going to totally do low carb. Because with my thyroid issues, that's not necessarily the best, because a lot of the vegetables and stuff I can't have. So we're just thinking about doing this along with some carb cycling. I just put in a 1/3 cup of my granulated erythritol. And we need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I'm sorry, 1½ tablespoons, not teaspoons. Oh yeah, it is 1½ teaspoons. Clabber Girl baking powder. That was actually, the Clabber Girl plant is in a town that me and the chef came from. We don't live there anymore, but it's the town that we came from. Got 1 in. Now we're going to do a half a teaspoon. That's our baking powder. Now hang on just a second. I got to get my salt. You know, Penguin, it wouldn't be a video if she didn't forget something. Now this recipe calls for salted butter, and because I don't have salted butter, I only have unsalted, I'm going to add some salt, and I'm just going to add about a little less than 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We all know salt helps bring out the sweetness in things, so if we're going to have something for our sweet tooth, we want to be able to taste it for sure. Okay, and that's all of our dry ingredients, so I'm just going to mix this all around. Actually, I think I'm going to use my I got a little miniature whisk on here. I'm just going to give it a little whisk around. They say whisking is the new sifting. That's what I always hear everybody say anyway. Whisking is the new sifting. So we're almost on the weekend. I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been nice temperatures here. I mean, it's been high 40s, low 50s. We're supposed to even get into the 60s, I think sometime this weekend. So me and the chef thought we would go to the local park, to the outside gym or the outside fitness equipment. I'm just going to set this mixture off to the side. The outside fitness equipment, and we thought we'd take you guys along with us. Show you what our outside fitness equipment there looks like, and just get a little bit of this and that kind of exercise in. That's our plan, as long as Mother Nature agrees with us and rain doesn't come or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is I want to get 1 cup of diced strawberries. So we bought a couple of things of strawberries the other day. We got these for $2. They were it was in our last grocery haul. But man, I've seen some people, and the prices of strawberries is like ridiculous anymore. So just crazy. Anyway, I already washed these when I brought them home. Washed them, dried them, put them back in the container. So I'm just going to clean them and I'm going to cut them. And I'm going to leave the camera on. I'll just speed it up.
It's gonna be a fine day today, I can see. It's gonna be...
Okay, that's close enough to 1 cup right there. So I'm going to take my strawberries and I'm going to dump them in here, in this little glass container that I have. Get all the strawberries out and into there. And the ones that have abandoned ship, can't let them get away. No, can't let them escape. Okay. Now we're going to, on top of our strawberries, we're just going to kind of macerate them for a little bit while we're getting the rest of our stuff ready. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon of our granulated erythritol. Sprinkle that over our strawberries. And we're going to use 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. We're just using the bottled lemon juice from Meyer. Works great when you're cooking in a pinch. So we're just going to do a tablespoon of lemon juice. Put that right over our strawberries. And we're just going to give it a mix. Mix this all around. And once we get it all mixed, we're just going to set it off to the side. And I'll be right back. Okay, now I've got my bowl. I've got my space a little cleaned up here. So we're going to do a 1/3 cup of softened butter. Like I said, all we had was unsalted, so that's why I added a little bit of salt. I imagine you could take this recipe and use all regular ingredients if you didn't want to make it low carb, just because it sounds like it's going to be a delicious cookie. Like I said, strawberries, cream cheese, chocolate. Can't see too much going wrong with that. That's just my opinion, but we love strawberries, we love cream cheese, and we definitely like chocolate. So, even though I'm more of a peanut butter person than I am a chocolate, but I still like chocolate too. I'm like everybody else. You got to have a little chocolate in your life. So, we're going to take, I've got an 8-ounce package of cream cheese here. And I will tell you, if you are watching your carbs, you'll want to buy the Philadelphia cream cheese, not the light, not the fat-free, because fat-free and light actually has more carbs in it than if you were to buy the full fat. But this one, they've actually changed the recipe on it. So for 1 ounce of the regular Philadelphia cream cheese, if you can see that, serving size is 1 ounce. Total carbs is less than 1. I think it used to be 2 carbs for 1 ounce. So now it's less than 1, which is great. Anywhere we can cut out some carbs is, it's always better. Okay, so we've got our cream cheese in there. I like to snack on cream cheese. Just eat it like it is. Eat it with veggies, eat it with chips. I used to like to take Doritos and dip Doritos in cream cheese and eat them. Not good to do, I know, but we're not having any Doritos right now. So all that stuff's gone. I'm just taking my butter and my cream cheese and just kind of mixing it together. This is another one of those easy recipes. You don't have to bring out your hand mixer, your stand mixer. You can just mix it by hand. Just make sure that everything's at room temperature so it'll blend well together. And that looks pretty good right there. I think we've got everything blended together pretty well, I would say. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 egg. I've had an egg sitting out getting to room temperature. So I'm just going to crack an egg in here. I'm also going to do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just going to eyeball it. That's about a teaspoon. And we're going to mix this up. Get this all mixed up. When I get it all mixed up, I'll be back. All right, guys, I drug out my little hand whisk and I got this all whisked up together now. If you can see, it's got a nice little, this is our cream cheese, our butter, our egg, and our vanilla. And to this, we're going to add our dry ingredients. We're just going to stir these in here. Get that all mixed up. Make us a nice little dough for our yummy, yummy cookies. Like I said, these cookies only have 1.8 grams of carbs for each cookie, which is not bad at all. If you have any cookies laying around your house, take a look at the carbs on those. See what they say. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot higher than this. Okay, getting this all mixed together nicely. Incorporated, blended together like a cookie dough. It feels like a cookie dough. Smells good, I know that. But I can smell the strawberries in the distance and that picking up a hint of that coconut flour. Yum, yum, yum. Yep. Feels just like a cookie dough for sure. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our strawberries that we added the lemon juice and the sugar in too. Just going to give it a mix first. Dump all those in. Don't want to miss a strawberry. That's for certain. Because we love strawberries. So I've been feeling a little under the weather lately and just blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's time to get on this low carb wagon with the chef, because I've been eating too much junk that I absolutely shouldn't have. So I'm hoping it's going to make me feel better. You know, the first few days are always a struggle when you're trying to get used to it, but today's not been terrible. We've had, we've ate our dinner already, and it's something the chef's going to make in the future. So I've got about a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips going in here. Now, we always try to buy these. These are if you can see that, they're called let me move this out of the way. They're called Bake Believe. These are the milk chocolate chips, because neither of us are a big fan of dark chocolate. These are GMO free. They're made with stevia and swerve, 35% cacao, no sugar added, and these are the milk chocolate ones. And on the back here is the carb count, if you can see that, if it can focus. For 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips, it has 9 grams of carbs, but 4 grams of dietary fiber, which actually only makes it 5 carbs. And then you deduct the erythritol from the bottom here, which is another 3 carbs. So that actually only makes it 2 carbs. 2 carbs for 1 tablespoon. So we only put in like about 8 carbs worth of chocolate chips in here. I also have some, I have this brand. I've got I've got the vanilla chips, and I also have the butterscotch that are also no sugar added, that I'll be using in the future at some point. So now we've got our chocolate chips in here. We've got our strawberries in here. And we're just going to give this a good mix. And man, I don't know how many of you like strawberries and chocolate together. But I mean, Valentine's Day we just had. And it's always good to have those chocolate dipped strawberries. The chef, he really likes... he likes going to Dairy Queen once in a while, and he'll order a milkshake, but he'll have them mix it. He'll have them do a half strawberry, half chocolate, because he really likes chocolate and strawberry together. So this is a cookie that's going to be right up his alley, and mine too. Get all this mixed in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to refrigerate it for 30 minutes. So I just want it to firm up a little bit before we start making our cookies and putting them on the cookie sheet. But I think we have everything incorporated well. Strawberries and chocolate chips throughout. So let me get this refrigerated, and I'll be back with you when we're ready to do our cookies. Okay guys, it's been about 30 minutes and I've had this in the refrigerator, so I'm going to uncover it now. And I've got my trusty little scoop here, and we're going to start getting out our cookies. I've got the oven preheated at 330 degrees, which is the recommended temperature for this. And I've got my scooper, and I'm just scooping out some cookies. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you, I've got a couple of them out here already on parchment paper. You want to make sure you use some parchment paper. And I'm just going to take my measuring cup, and I'm just going to press down real lightly. I should probably spray it, but I might do that after this. I'm just pressing down real lightly on these. If you can see that, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these cookies put on the cookie sheet. And we're going to stick them in the oven. They're supposed to bake between 30 and 35 minutes. So when they come out, I'll show you what they look like. Okay, there you go, guys. Those are the finished strawberry cream cheese low carb cookies, or keto cookies. I did try one, and they're pretty good. They're not as sweet as I would like them to be, but we're going to solve that. We're going to make us a little low carb glaze with a little bit of powdered erythritol and heavy cream, and we're going to glaze them. But they really have a good flavor. And they are sweet. They're just not as sweet as what I'm looking for. And I split one open so you could see the inside. The strawberries and the chocolate chips. Very good. It has that definite flavor. You can taste the cream cheese. You can taste the strawberries. I just wanted to give you a shot and show you what they look like when they were done. Look at all those strawberries in there. Okay, guys, we will be back in a day or two with another video. Everybody have a great weekend, and thank you to our new subscribers, and thank you to our loyal subscribers, and we love you all, and we will see you soon. Good night, guys.